Hey, now for the news. Glad you can join us, and welcome to the P.G.M show.
Get ready for another action-packed Christmas action movie, Die Hard 2, Die Harder. Hi, I'm your host, Peter Gordon-McKinnon. Yes, this is the P.G.M show. Here we go. Let's get to it. Let's get to this action-packed, adrenaline-rushed, octane, fiery blast, bomb, snowy Christmas movie, Die Hard, Die Harder. Let's go.
Die Hard. Here we go. Die Hard 2, I should say. Here we go. Okay, here's a little bit of the bio. I'm going to have to read this off Wikipedia, as I did last time. Anyway. As with the first film, the action in Die Hard 2 takes place on Christmas Eve. McClane is waiting for his wife to land at Washington Dallas Airport when terrorists take over the air traffic control system. He must stop the terrorists before his wife, plane, and several other incoming flights that are circling the airport run out of fuel and crash during the night. McClane must also contend with airport police and a military commander, none of whom want his assistance. The film was preceded by Die Hard 1988 and followed by Die Hard with a Vengeance 1995, Live Free or Die Hard 2007, and A Good Day to Die 2011. Okay, this is the development and writing. The screening was adapted from Walter Wagner's 1987 novel, 38 Minutes. The novel has the same plot, but differs slightly. A police officer must stop terrorists who take an airport hostage while his daughter's plane circles overhead, and has 58 minutes to do so before the plane crashes. Roderick Thorpe, who wrote the 1979 novel Nothing Lasts Forever, this is his book, upon which Die Hard was based, receives credit for creating certain original characters, although his name is misspelled on screen as Roderick Thorpe. Sorry about the voicing over here. Voicing this one over. Anyway, I'll continue. One of the writers of the screenplay, Stephen E. D'Souza, later admitted in an interview for the book Action Speaks Louder, Violence, Spectacle, and the American Action movie that the villains were based on America's Central American meddling, primarily the Iran-Contra affair. Sorry about that. The film was originally budgeted at $14 million. Bruce Willis was paid $7.5 million for reprising his role for the film. Imagine what he probably got for Die Hard with a Vengeance and the other two. Must have been a huge amount. I won't be doing that or the rest of those films because it's Christmas time. I will be though, of course I will be in the future, but not now. Okay, let's continue. Where was I? Producer Joel Silver was accused of profligate spending, and it was claimed the film cost $62 to $70 million. Fox domestic distribution president Tom Sherrick dismissed the $70 million claim as absurd. It was reported at the end of filming that Silver had been relieved of day-to-day producing duties. Okay, I did not know that. Scenes of Dallas Airport in the snow were to be filmed in Denver but was scrapped due to warmer weather. Some outdoor scenes were filmed in Alpena, and while others needing to accommodate the landing of the 747 with snow were filmed at former Kincholi Air Force Base. Probably butchered that name in Kincholi. Other scenes were filmed on a second soundstage. Sorry, God, I got dyslexia here. Oh my goodness. On a soundstage in Los Angeles using fake snow. Die Hard 2 was the first film to use digitally composited live action footage with a traditional matte painting that had been photographed and scanned into a computer. It was used for the last scene, which took place on a runway. According to Franco Nero, Silva got the idea to cast him after he saw movie posters of Nero hanging in the office of the mutual accountant. Nero did not want to do Die Hard 2 because he did not like the script, and he had committed to do the film Breath of Life. Finally, Silva scheduled Nero's scenes in such a way that the actor could do both films. Okay, here's a little bit of the marketing. In the trailer for the film screened during Christmas 1989, the film had a planned release date of June 29th, 1990. This was brought forward to June 22nd. However, following claims of the film running over time and budget, the release date was pushed back 2 weeks to July 4th. And it goes on from there. What I loved about this movie, it was based off that 58 minutes, and it was jigged around to become a airport terrorist thriller, action-packed, high-octane movie that I just adore, love. It's got really hyped up. It actually does start off pretty slow, and then it really moves into fast locomotor gearing up movements of the wheels, almost, if you can get what I mean, or if you know what I mean. When McClane follows these two supposedly terrorists into the baggage compartment, and he finds out they're terrorists, then it all starts from there. And he's back in this tin can crawling around, and he has to stop these terrorists. And this really plays out so well in the airport and even outside in the outskirts of a church scene. Brilliant. And he takes them down almost one by one, and maybe one or two get shot up, but it just, he has this snow speeder chase. He chases them. He just blows up. I love the fact that he's in a big Hercules plane in the cockpit. Then he has to actually sit in the seat and eject the seat, and it just goes up in flames because the grenade's been thrown in there by the colonel and his men. Just pure exhilarating. And I think the humour is brilliant. He harks back on into the first movie with the line that says, "How can this happen twice to me?" I'm paraphrasing because I like that line. I just keep on forgetting it and how it's worded. That's me. That's my mind going screwy riff. Enough about me. That's not important right now. But it does just keep on going from there. The intensity of the passengers on the plane being not told the truth, and then this stupid reporter tells the truth by admitting the running out of petrol, and the panic ensues with now them knowing that something's happening at the airport. It all stems with panic as we get to the third act. But I'm going chopping and changing here from the first, the second to the third act, because in this movie it's like a boulder up the hill for McClane, getting the cop or the sergeant or the commander of the chief of police here in the airport police to listen to him and to react to what's happening around him. Then in walks John Amos's character with a whole lot of SS squad soldiers to take command and take over. But what really happens or ends up happening is they're really there for the Colonel and Esperanza, and it is really, really good. It's a bit of a twist, because when you first see this, if you haven't seen this film and that happens, it's a really good twist. And seeing it again and again, you know what's going to happen. Of course, being a fan of it, I know what's going to happen. But it's just that detail in this film where they come in and then it's a complete turnaround. They change their ammo to blanks and then back to real bullets. It's McClane gets the gist of it when he falls off the snow speeder and he's been firing blanks, and he thought he killed one of them, but he didn't. So that little nuances there, maybe not nuances, probably a bad word to use for a review, but it's so good. It has this twists and turns, but it has this forward momentum of a good action thriller film. It has suspense, it has worry, it really has urgency to save these passengers from these planes, although the Colonel crashes a passenger plane, and then McClane ramps up his anger and ramps up his almost vengeance in a sense to this Colonel guy, that really he just wants, his focus is and wants this Colonel dead. I love how it finishes though, into the fact that there's no lights because these guys, this Colonel is controlling the watchtower from a small church by bloodshed, because the two cronies of this Colonel go into the church and shoot this poor old man so they can, control the control tower lights and landing and communications to the planes, so the control tower doesn't have control. It gets intense, and then that happens. Then McClane is just, again, I want to say this, focused on getting Colonel, but thing is that he's on top of this Hercules. He fights Amos's character, he defeats Amos by forgotten Amos's character, forgive me on that one, and then he goes through the blades of the Hercules, and then the Colonel comes onto the plane, it's Sadler's character, and then they end up fighting on the wing. Thing is that McClane finds the pulley or the switch or the button or the lever, that's the one, of the plane's fuel, and rips that open, and he gets booted off the wing. And really good thing about it I like is he ends up lighting his lighter and saying yippee-ki-yay motherfucker, and that's the landing lights. Brilliant. And then all the planes land. So it's a good outcome. It's really funny as well in parts where there's the reporter who gets stomped on by the old lady because the reporter angers everybody on the planes, angers everybody in the airport, and it panics, and it's just chaos then. Dennis Franz comes in with his good actings as well with the cop, and he's really reluctant at one point and so angry at McClane, and he doesn't give him an inch, and then McClane doesn't give him an inch. Conflict on conflict, and then really they cooperate, find the common ground, and then the traffic and the foot traffic and the chaos in the airport stops them in their tracks. But McClane has a great idea, gets in the helicopter, there's a news reporter helicopter, flies off just to actually track the colonel down, and his cronies, jumps on the wing and ends up having a fight. Brilliant! Absolutely brilliant! I love that. I love this film. I love the three films in this franchise as I search around for the word. But Die Hard 2, Die Harder is high octane, action packed thriller, explosiveness, drama, chaos, conflict on conflict, and pure adrenaline. It's really sit down popcorn, eat that ice cream, drink that drink, soda, beer, whatever you have, and just have a good damn time chilling out for a couple of hours. Brilliant. Can't recommend it enough. So, with me voicing this one over for you guys, I hope you have enjoyed that. That's a little bit of the facts, the box office, who starred in Die Hard 2, Die Harder. It was an action thriller based off the book. I thought it was a small story, a short story, but I think it was a book. I don't think it is. You can correct me if you want. Just comment down below. If you love this movie, like this movie, or even hate this movie, comment down below and tell me what you think of it. But I enjoyed it. I always enjoy this franchise, especially the three, Die Hard, Die Hard 2, Die Harder, Die Hard with a Vengeance. I like those films. That's really it for me on this Christmas Eve. Die Hard 2, Die Hard, action-packed, high octane, action-packed movie. And yes, so please like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, and really tell me what you think of this film. If it is a Christmas film, again, or is it a thriller action film? Nevertheless, I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to say thank you very much. I muchly appreciate all of you who have tuned in to this review. I do appreciate it. Please take care of yourselves. Please stay safe. Until next time, I've been Peter McKinnon. This has been the P.G.M. Show. I'll see you later.